Hey, what's happening, fellas? Hertz here, back with a little more Battlefield 4 multiplayer action for the channel. This time we're playing some Domination. It's on the map Siege of Shanghai. Now, for you guys that are maybe unfamiliar with the game, don't know what Domination is exactly, well, here I'm going to clarify for you. You guys saw that very first video I released up here on the channel, Hainan Resort. It was Conquest on Hainan Resort. Now, this Domination, very much like Conquest, however, there's a few distinct differences. Whereas Conquest, the objectives are a little bit more spread out. We're operating within a larger area of the map. There are vehicles at our disposal. What Domination focuses on, all three objectives are very compact. They are all fit within the smallest size available for the map, which is that team deathmatch sized map. There are no vehicles in Domination. It's all focused on infantry work, you know. And you can see this time around, piss poor start to this match. A great little C4 kill, I have to admit. Whoever got it there, I really wasn't paying attention. But somebody got a great C4 kill on me as I wandered onto the A objective, you know. And I'll be turning things around here, despite having a really piss poor beginning to this game. Getting put down again right there, not pleased. I'm pretty sure somebody comes in to give me the heal. You can see whenever I'm spending a lot of time in there on that on the scoreboard, I'm getting a little pissed off about dying, you know, because I'm looking at the other team. I'm looking over there. I'm looking at names, and I'm thinking, who am I going to extract a pound of flesh from, you know? And I'm giving them the evil eye there on the scoreboard, you know? Anyway, and often I'm in there looking to see if the guys that are putting me down are going like you know, ridiculous numbers like 12-0, 15-0, 21-0, and are actually hacking or have the aimbot running or whatever the hell, you know, whatever the hell is going on. So anyway, let's get into the action here. Right here, this is where things begin to turn around for me, you know. I think I'm battling with a sniper down here while I'm trying to claim this B objective. I have him held at bay, and I'm going to step around this burned out truck here and finish him off. So there we go. Things are starting to look up. I capped the objective. I put down my man, and I'm making a move to the back end of this building. You can see, looking at the left side of the storefront here, you can see all these shutters are down. These can be lifted. These can be raised. When they are down, they create a couple of bottleneck points, a couple of choke points where they're the only entry points through the shutters, right? They're controlled by a switch within this building. Now, a pretty lousy knife. I did finally get him, but there was a bit of flailing going on with my blade before I finally did manage to line it up and stick it in him. And we claim this C objective. And I'm calling for the team. I'm rallying the team on A. However, for some reason, I'm not moving with them. I decided, I guess I was going to post up here. Maybe, I think I'm looking at the radar. I'm seeing activity all around me, and I thought perhaps somebody had been posted up on that second level. Now, here we go. We're back inside the showroom, the car showroom, with all the shutters, you know. So it's a relatively safe area. There's only a couple points you have to watch out for. However, in my haste, I come running out here looking to move in on that objective B as it was being capped, and just really came out at the most inopportune of moments, just as, you know, they had finished cap and B for themselves and were charging forward for a new objective and found me in their path, and it was like walking into a bloody tornado. There was at least 4 of them I saw, maybe 5 or 6 of them in the area, and I really didn't stand a chance at that point. So here I am, moving forward again, looking to get something going one more time. Let's take a quick look at the kit here. I am rolling. It is a carbine. It's the very first carbine available to you when you know, the very first of weapons. It's actually the only carbine that's available to use until you start XPing up in the carbines, right? So it's the AK-57. I got a red dot sight on this sucker. Laser sights on there as well. What the laser sight is going to do for you is it simply increases your hip fire accuracy. So it's good for these matches, the team deathmatch, the Domination, where you're spending a lot of time in these close quarter combat situations, rounding corners, encountering enemies, and that hip fire, having a little boost to hip fire accuracy is certainly not going to hurt, you know. Now, what else do I have on here? This was a great little run that I go on right here. I bring in, I think, 4 kills really quickly, real quick succession. You know, these two guys were kind of stacked up at the doorway trying to get through. And with that 25% health, after taking a little bit of damage, I took out 2 more guys, so that was pretty nice. Including a quick kill on that entry through the doorway that was giving the opposition such a difficult time. Now, that 5th guy, I didn't manage to actually put him down, but I did get the spot in for the teammate who did the job for me, so that was nice. I needed to let my health recharge a little bit anyway, you know. So let me finish running down this loadout. Now, I am wielding the muzzle brake on this sucker. Now, the muzzle brake, it's going to reduce the muzzle climb, the vertical climb on the weapon by 25%. However, you're taking a 30% penalty to the accuracy of your automatic fire in the process. Now, right there, a great little face-to-face kill, sticking that sucker in the neck with my knife. And putting him down and continuing on my way. Now, going back to that muzzle brake for a second, I did couple it with what is called the stubby grip. Now, if you see my left hand, whenever it comes off the weapon, you'll see a grip run underneath it. Every time I reload or spot an enemy, you'll see, there you go, right there. There's my stubby grip. The stubby grip, in particular, reduces the automatic fire penalty by 15%. So I use that as a bit of a balance, you know. To the muzzle brake, the penalty that comes along with the muzzle brake. So I would recommend at this point coupling those two together just to keep that penalty in check. You know? So anyway, you can see I've mounted the building now. I've got reloading the RPG. You know, once I get up to the rooftop, it's time to rain down a little bit of hill with this RPG, since I am the engineer class right now. Now, access to this building in Domination and TDM is limited to 2 locations. I'm pretty sure. Maybe don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure. The ladder I came up, there's also an elevator right there, right to about my 5 o'clock right now. There's an elevator that you can access on the ground floor just beneath us, you know, the very ground level. So those are the only 2 access points. So really guarding this end when you're up here on the rooftop is essential to really keeping your numbers strong up here. We finally did eradicate the enemy presence that was up here. I've now moved to the edge of the building. I'm trying to get a good look down here at B. I got the RPG out. I am going to rain down a little bit of death. There we go. And I'm going to enjoy doing this, you know. For you guys that have followed me on Homefront, you know I'm not a big fan of power tubing, but that's not power tubing, and it's certainly a part of the game in Battlefield, the explosive work, you know. So I'm gonna put it to use, and I'm not gonna have any issues about doing it. So I'm just working this rooftop. Eventually, I just get down off here. I mean, this is an advantageous position. When you're looking at this map, you're looking at it from, you either want to try and be holding A and B, or you want to be trying to hold B and C. You know, B being that middle ground out there in the middle of the road, kind of exposed. And both those other 2 objectives really do have their pros and cons. You know, A, you're working underneath the building. You're working within these little walkways. You've got pillars and different little bits of cover. You've got shadows down there. Whereas when you're holding C, if you're holding C strong, you have quick, easy access to that rooftop. And once you have that rooftop, you can really rain down a lot of death from up there, you know, and keep a good eye. You can really keep the enemy off of B if you do it right from the corner of that rooftop, that shopping mall rooftop, right? So there's a lot of different little strategies that come into effect. A lot of the time with these domination rounds, it's really, strategy goes out the window for the most part. I mean, there's a little bit of it there that's apparent, that's in there on the fly, that some players are trying to put into effect. But for the most part, it's guys just pushing forward, pushing hard, pushing to the next objective, and hopefully, you know, not giving up too much ground along the way. And hopefully, well, your push forward is always successful, and you continue to recapture those objectives that you're leaving exposed for the enemy to grab. Now, right there, again, hopping out that window or just coming out on that main road, just at a bad time, taking fire from multiple locations. I try to get back in through those shutters, but it was just a little too late, you know. They had me triangulated. There, the fuckers. You know, but anyway, let me finish running down the kit. You've seen the RPG was out. I think I'm carrying the repair tool, the repair torch for no reason in particular. Well, I guess I could use it to grab a kill or 2, but I don't try. The last thing I'm really carrying here, the RGO impact grenades, rather than the frag grenades, which only allow you to carry 1. The RGO impact grenades, they allow you to carry 2 of them. They have a smaller blast radius than the standard frag grenades do, but they will explode shortly after impacting the surface. So if you feel like you have a good arm on you, you can line up those lobs, those tosses well, where you're dropping grenades right at enemies' feet. Well, you're probably going to pull in a lot of kills with those RGO impact grenades, and just being able to carry 2 of them certainly is of benefit. Now, coming in here, you will see, I was talking about the shutters earlier. There is the switch that controls the shutters. I'm going to open them up just as this match is winding down. You know, I figured the team was spawning back here. Might as well give them good access into the building, into the showroom. And you can see we've really walked away with it. You know, we're up by more than 100 tickets as it stands. It's really just a matter of putting the last few nails in the coffin. Of course, things aren't going too well for me here. Did I get killed by the street light that was... Did you see it go sailing across the street there? That was kind of funny. Something put me down with some serious force. Actually, that was the guy. He was wielding that M32 6-shooter grenade launcher, and I'm pretty sure that's like an available weapon that you can pick up on the map. You know, it's like a little bonus weapon on a weapon drop that's out there somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's the actual location of that weapon drop is between A and B somewhere. So he had grabbed it and was just posted up at the end of the street. So anyway, there we go. Domination, a little bit of domination, not complete domination there on this domination map on Siege of Shanghai, but we did pull out a pretty solid victory nonetheless. Right there at the end, really stuck in a bad location. I don't know if you'd been paying attention, but they had whittled me all the way, after pulling in a kill when I respawned, they'd whittled me all the way down to 3% health and pinned me down behind this little planter that you now see in the background. And I was really damned if I do and damned if I don't. Couldn't get up without eating a bullet and dying right away, and really just couldn't lay there without eventually fall into some fire that was eventually going to find its mark, or an explosive that came into the area. But anyway, all in all, a bit of a piss-poor finish, a real piss-poor start, but a strong middle ground run by me there. You know, with a 19-7 coming out as the big killer in the room, pretty solid KDR, finishing second in there on the team, only about 117, actually exactly 117 XP behind Ponage there, or Onage HD, who was sitting first on the team. So I was quite pleased with this. I really do like that AK-5C. It seems like it's a pretty solid weapon. Looking at the stats of it, it had good stability and a pretty decent overall rate of fire, and a pretty just kind of average power to it. So with all that said, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid gun, and I've been having some successful rounds with it. So I like that weapon. We'll have to see as I gain more XP in the carbine sector, or the carbine section of the weapons, what the other carbines can actually do when put next to the kind of the AK-5C, which I was using there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please do think about leaving a like, a comment, and sub to the channel if you're new around here and you haven't already. If I'm saying things wrong out there, you know, if maybe you're certain that something that you know, that I'm describing is incorrect, certainly do correct me in a comment if you feel so inclined. I'd rather know, because I'm new to this game for the most part, you know. If there's little details about attachments, or what certain attachments are actually benefiting, how they're benefiting the weapons, or certain stats of weapons, or just you want to put your 2 cents into the comments and further inform me if you feel you're better informed than I am, which you probably are if you spend any amount of time with this game or this series, feel free to do so. I'm certainly not going to hate on you for it, and will certainly appreciate it. You know, knowledge is power, and the more that I know about this game and its workings, inner workings, you know, so to speak, the better commentaries and better gameplays that I can do, you know. But with all that said, guys, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you'll check out the Spies vs. Mercs that comes out tomorrow, the multiplayer that comes out tomorrow. 2 days from now, we'll get a new Battlefield up. I just want to touch on this really quickly. I know some of you, I have mentioned that I do have Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm sure that some of you are probably waiting for at least a little bit of that content to come up here on the channel. The problem is it's a really poorly optimized game for PC. Hopefully the issues get sorted out soon. I'm not the only one who's really having a difficult time using fraps to capture with this game on PC, you know, to capture footage of this game on PC. I've been on message boards where it seems to be kind of this universal issue that a lot of guys are having. I can get it done, but it really does come at a cost of performance, and it shouldn't be. It's not really that taxing a game. It's just poorly optimized, and hopefully in time they sort out these issues, and hopefully in time I'll get some good footage up here. But until then, we'll be sticking with the Battlefield 4. We'll be sticking with the Spies vs. Mercs content. We'll be sticking with the Far Cry 3 walkthrough, and we'll hopefully get into some Call of Duty Ghosts in time. But until all that happens, well, guys, and until next time, remember why it hurts. Later.